Have you ever noticed how your body just doesn't bounce back like it used to? Maybe your legs feel weaker after a short walk, or you find yourself waking up tired despite a full night's sleep. It's easy to think, well, this is just what getting older feels like. But what if that wasn't the whole story? What if some of these challenges aren't simply about age, but about habits and small daily choices we overlook? Many seniors quietly struggle with these changes, feeling frustrated or even left behind, yet often dismiss these signs as inevitable. The truth is, these little shifts in strength and energy might seem minor at first, but they can quietly steal your independence and joy over time. And that's why it's so important to pay attention, because small changes can make a big difference. In this video, I'm going to share 7 simple habits that have helped many seniors not only feel younger but look and move with more energy, without expensive treatments or drastic routines. By the end, you'll discover the most powerful habit that can truly transform how you feel every day. Let's walk this journey together. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Start your day with gentle movement. For many older adults, mornings can be the most challenging part of the day. You may know the feeling. The alarm rings or sunlight sneaks through your curtains, and you slowly realize your body is stiff, your joints ache, and every muscle seems to protest as you think about getting out of bed. Maybe you sigh, thinking, this is just what happens when you get older. You push yourself upright, feeling a little off balance, telling yourself it's normal. Maybe you even joke with your spouse about feeling creaky or rusty. Most people simply accept this morning stiffness as an unavoidable part of aging, a small price to pay for the wisdom of extra years. But what if that isn't entirely true? What if that heavy, sluggish feeling in the morning isn't just old age, but your body's way of asking for something you can easily give it? What if the way you start your day could change how you feel for the rest of it? Here's a question that might surprise you. Is it normal to feel sore and stiff every single morning, or have we just gotten used to a habit that doesn't serve us? Let's take a closer look at what's going on in your body. When you sleep, your muscles and joints get a break from the day's movements, which is good for recovery. But for older adults, periods of stillness can mean that fluids settle in your joints, your circulation slows, and your connective tissues, like tendons and ligaments, tighten up. That's why so many people over 65 wake up feeling like their bodies have locked up overnight. Medical research backs this up. As we age, our bodies naturally lose some flexibility and the ability to recover quickly from inactivity. Add in a sedentary lifestyle, which is common in retirement, and morning stiffness can become a daily frustration. But here's the good news. Science also shows that gentle movement first thing in the morning helps to unlock the body, improving blood flow, warming up stiff joints, and even boosting mood for the day ahead. So what's the solution? The answer isn't to force yourself through intense exercise, but rather to invite your body to wake up gently, with small, intentional movements. Think of it as saying, good morning, to your muscles and joints. Before you even get out of bed, try simple stretches. Roll your ankles in gentle circles, flex and point your toes, or reach your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Take a few deep breaths and gently twist your spine side to side while lying down. These tiny movements prime the pump, getting your blood circulating and your joints lubricated. Once you're sitting up, try a few more. Gently shrug and roll your shoulders, rotate your wrists, or do some slow neck rolls. These movements don't need to take more than 5 minutes, but the difference can feel like night and day. If you like, you can even add a little music you enjoy, or simply open your window to listen to the morning birds. The most important thing is to be consistent and gentle. No bouncing, no forcing. Just let your body wake up at its own pace, and notice how much better you feel before you even take your first step out of bed. To show how powerful this simple shift can be, let me share a true story about a woman named Eleanor from Des Moines, Iowa. Eleanor is 72, and like many, she used to dread mornings. She described feeling frozen in place when she first woke up. Her knees ached, her back was stiff, and she worried it meant she was getting old too quickly. She started every day already feeling behind. But after a conversation with her doctor and some encouragement from a friend, Eleanor decided to try a new routine. Before doing anything else, she would spend 5 minutes gently stretching in bed. She began with slow ankle circles, then a deep, satisfying stretch with her arms overhead, and finally a gentle spinal twist. Within a week, she noticed she could stand up with less pain. Within a month, her mood had lifted. She felt more hopeful about her health and started looking forward to mornings instead of dreading them. Eleanor even found herself wanting to walk more during the day, simply because she wasn't battling that old morning stiffness. Her story isn't rare. Countless older adults have rediscovered comfort, confidence, and joy just by adding a few mindful movements to their morning routine. So, if you're reading this and you recognize yourself in these words, if you've been starting your days feeling stuck, stiff, or sore, remember that you don't have to accept this as your new normal. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for the entire day. Starting with gentle movement is not about turning your life upside down. It's about making a small, caring investment in yourself. You deserve to feel good, to move freely, and to welcome each new day with energy and hope. Try it tomorrow. When you wake up, pause for a moment. Instead of immediately getting up, take a few deep breaths and gently move each part of your body. Notice how it feels, not just in your joints, but in your whole spirit. Every small stretch is an act of kindness to yourself, a promise that your best years can still feel good. You might be surprised at just how much lighter and brighter your mornings can become. Remember, every journey to better health begins with a single step, or in this case, a gentle stretch. So why not let your first step each day be one of kindness and care for your own body? You have nothing to lose but stiffness, and a whole new, more comfortable morning to gain. 2. Drink a glass of warm water with lemon. Let's talk about one of those tiny, almost effortless rituals that can completely transform your mornings. Drinking a glass of warm water with lemon. It sounds simple, maybe even too simple. Yet, for so many older adults, the first drink of the day is often a cup of coffee or nothing at all. Maybe you shuffle into the kitchen, a little groggy, and reach for the coffee pot out of habit. Perhaps you've heard about the benefits of lemon water before, but brushed it off as just another health trend for younger people or those with too much time on their hands. But pause for a moment and ask yourself, why do we so easily accept old routines, even if they don't make us feel our best? Why is it that something as basic as a glass of water with a slice of lemon seems like a luxury when it's one of the most accessible, inexpensive acts of self-care out there? Is your morning ritual truly serving your body, or just something you do on autopilot? Here's where it gets interesting. Overnight, while you sleep, your body loses fluids. Even if you don't feel particularly thirsty when you wake up, your cells are a little dehydrated, your digestion has slowed, and your system is in desperate need of a gentle wake-up call. Warm water, especially first thing in the morning, helps rehydrate every cell, wakes up your digestive system, and gets your metabolism moving in a calm, steady way, without the jolt of caffeine. Now, add the humble lemon. Lemons are packed with vitamin C, antioxidants, and natural compounds that can help protect your immune system, support your liver, and aid digestion. When you squeeze fresh lemon juice into warm water, you're not just adding a pleasant flavor. You're giving your body a natural boost. Lemon water helps to gently flush out toxins, supports kidney function, and may even help prevent the buildup of uric acid, a common issue that causes joint pain and stiffness as we age. Even the scent of lemon has been shown to elevate mood and improve alertness, turning your morning from something you dread into something you can look forward to. But what about all those myths and rumors you might have heard? No, lemon water isn't a magic cure-all. It won't melt pounds overnight or reverse chronic illness. What it will do is help your body start each day a little cleaner, a little brighter, and a little more hydrated, which, for many people, is the difference between feeling sluggish and feeling truly alive. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. This ritual is gentle on your stomach, too. Unlike coffee or sugary drinks, warm lemon water helps to ease your digestive tract into action, reducing bloating and constipation. It can even support healthy skin, as vitamin C is essential for collagen production, something we all need more of as the years pass by. Let's make this practical. Here's how you can easily add this habit to your morning. Before you eat breakfast or reach for the coffee, fill a mug with warm, not hot, water. About 8 to 12 ounces is perfect. Cut a fresh lemon in half and squeeze 1/2 into your cup, letting the juice blend into the water. You can even drop in a thin slice of lemon for extra flavor, or add a touch of honey if you like a hint of sweetness. Sip it slowly, noticing the fresh, clean taste and the gentle warmth as it soothes your throat and stomach. Consistency is key. This isn't about making a dramatic change overnight. It's about showing up for yourself, morning after morning, with one small act of kindness. In just a week or two, you may notice you're less constipated, your skin looks a bit brighter, and your mornings feel more energized and peaceful. And here's the best part. This is something you can do no matter where you live, no matter your budget, and no matter how busy your day is about to become. Let me tell you about Frank, a 77-year-old retired postman from Nebraska. Frank always prided himself on being old school. Coffee for breakfast, toast with jam, and out the door. But after years of feeling run down and dealing with stubborn constipation, his daughter convinced him to try something new. Swap his first coffee for a warm mug of lemon water. At first, Frank was skeptical, but he figured he had nothing to lose. Within days, he noticed he wasn't as sluggish after breakfast. His digestion improved, and he even stopped needing those midday antacids he used to rely on. Frank says it wasn't a miracle. It was just a small, manageable step that made every other step in his day a little bit easier. It's easy to underestimate the impact of small choices. But when you make a gentle, healthy decision for yourself each morning, it ripples through your entire day. Drinking warm water with lemon doesn't take willpower or expensive supplements. It only takes a moment of care for yourself. Over time, these moments build a foundation of wellness that supports you through all the joys and challenges of getting older. So, tomorrow morning, as you stand in your kitchen and think about your day, remember this. Your health isn't about massive changes or impossible routines. It's about little acts of kindness you offer to your body, starting with the very first thing you put into it each day. Try swapping your routine for a warm glass of lemon water, even just for a week. See how you feel. Notice if your body thanks you with a bit more comfort, clarity, or even just a smile. You deserve mornings that feel good. Mornings that are calm, hydrated, and full of promise. Sometimes, the path to a better day does start with something as simple as a glass of water and a squeeze of lemon. So raise your cup, take a sip, and toast to the healthy, joyful days ahead. You've earned it. 3. Laugh every day, even on the tough ones. If you ask most older Americans what they want more of in life, you might hear answers like good health, more time with family, or energy to enjoy each day. But there's one powerful medicine almost everyone needs and often overlooks: laughter. Think back. When was the last time you truly, deeply laughed? Not just a polite chuckle at a sitcom or a faint smile at a corny joke, but the kind of laughter that leaves you wiping tears from your eyes, clutching your sides, and feeling lighter in your heart. For many people over 65, laughter becomes a rare visitor. Life brings new worries, aches and pains, doctor appointments, changes in family, and sometimes the loneliness that comes when old friends are far away or gone. Maybe you tell yourself you're too old for silliness, or that the little annoyances of daily life don't leave much room for joy. You watch the news, you pay bills, and you manage medications. It's easy for the lightness of laughter to fade into the background, crowded out by responsibilities and the seriousness of aging. But here's a thought that might surprise you. What if laughter isn't just a happy accident, but a necessary habit? Something as essential for your health as taking your vitamins or getting enough sleep. What if, instead of seeing laughter as a bonus, you treated it as a daily prescription for your body, mind, and spirit? The real question is, can laughter truly make a difference, even when life feels heavy? Science gives us a resounding yes. Decades of research confirm what our hearts already know. Laughter is a powerful medicine. When you laugh, your body releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones that melt away stress, reduce pain, and brighten your mood. Laughter lowers your blood pressure, eases muscle tension, and can even boost your immune system. For older adults, laughter isn't just about feeling happy for a moment. It's about building resilience, fighting loneliness, and strengthening social connections. It's no coincidence that people who laugh often tend to live longer, healthier lives. But the benefits of laughter go even deeper. Laughter helps your heart. Literally. It increases blood flow and improves the function of blood vessels, which reduces your risk of heart attacks and strokes. It supports brain health by keeping your mind sharp and engaged. Perhaps most importantly, laughter connects us to others. Sharing a joke, a funny story, or even a silly memory with friends or loved ones bridges the gaps that life's challenges sometimes create. In fact, For seniors facing illness, grief, or isolation, laughter can be a lifeline, a reminder that even on the toughest days, joy is still possible. So how do you add more laughter to your days, especially when you don't feel much like laughing? It starts with permitting yourself. Laughter isn't childish or frivolous. It's your birthright, a natural way for your spirit to heal and your body to recover from life's bumps. Seek out moments of joy, no matter how small. Watch a favorite funny movie. Maybe one you loved decades ago. Call a friend who always makes you smile. Play with your grandkids. Let them tell you silly jokes, or simply make funny faces together. Even reading the comics in your morning newspaper or listening to a comedy podcast while you cook dinner can brighten your mood. You don't have to force laughter. Just invite it in. Try keeping a laughter journal, jotting down anything that made you smile each day, no matter how trivial it may seem. Surround yourself with things that bring joy. Photos, humorous greeting cards, cheerful music. And most importantly, don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Life is full of awkward, funny moments. Like putting your glasses in the fridge, forgetting a friend's name for a split second, or singing off-key in the shower. When you choose to laugh instead of groan, you reclaim those moments as part of your story, not as failures. Let me share a real story about a man named Joe from Michigan, age 81. Joe had always been the serious one in his family. After his wife passed away and his kids moved to other states, he found himself alone most evenings, lost in memories and sorrow. He rarely smiled, much less laughed. But one afternoon his neighbor, a woman in her 70s with a mischievous sense of humor, invited him over for coffee. She showed him a collection of old, cheesy knock-knock jokes she used to tell her grandchildren. At first, Joe rolled his eyes. But she insisted, and soon, against his better judgment, he was grinning. By the third joke, he was laughing so hard he nearly spilled his coffee. That simple visit became a weekly ritual. Joe's laughter didn't erase his grief, but it made his days brighter and his heart a little lighter. He found himself looking forward to those silly moments, and soon he was calling his children more, sharing jokes, and rediscovering old comedies he used to love. Joe's story is a gentle reminder. Laughter doesn't mean ignoring your challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means giving yourself a break, and making space for joy even when times are tough. Life after 65 will always bring both sunshine and stormy days, but laughter is like an umbrella you can open anytime, protecting your spirit and reminding you that, deep down, you're still wonderfully alive. If you're reading this and thinking, it's been too long since I had a real laugh, know that it's never too late. Your laughter is still inside you, waiting to bubble up. So today, do one small thing to invite it back into your life. Watch that silly cat video. Call an old friend and trade stories. Stand in front of the mirror and make a funny face. You may be surprised at how quickly your mood lifts, your body relaxes, and your worries shrink, even for just a moment. Let yourself laugh, loud, silly, and often. Not just on the good days, but especially on the tough ones. Your heart, your mind, and everyone around you will thank you for it. Every laugh adds a little more light to your life, and you deserve every single one. 4. Walk with purpose every day. How many times have you wandered through your home, moving from room to room with no real reason, maybe just to stretch your legs or pass the time? Or perhaps you've shuffled down the driveway to fetch the mail, taken a slow loop around the block, or paced the aisles at the grocery store, not thinking about how you're moving, just going through the motions. For so many seniors, walking becomes automatic, a background activity barely noticed. It's easy to think, at least I'm still moving. That must be enough, right? But as the days pass, you might notice something unsettling. Your legs feel heavier. Maybe your balance isn't what it used to be. You tire more quickly than you did even a year ago. Some days, you skip your walk altogether, telling yourself, it's just one day, I'll do it tomorrow. And slowly, almost without realizing it, your steps become shorter, your back rounds a bit more, and you find yourself looking down, not forward. Walking, which once felt natural and effortless, starts to feel like a chore, or worse, something to avoid. Here's where I'd like you to pause and ask yourself a gentle but important question. What if the problem isn't that you're walking less, but that you've forgotten how to walk with purpose? We often tell ourselves that any movement is good movement, and that's true, to a point. But walking just to pass the time, without awareness or intention, doesn't do nearly as much for your body or your spirit as you might think. The difference between mindless wandering and purposeful walking can be the difference between simply getting by and truly thriving. Science backs this up in ways that are both surprising and hopeful. Research from top medical centers, including Harvard and the Mayo Clinic, shows that seniors who walk regularly, with focus, intention, and a bit of challenge, enjoy remarkable benefits. Purposeful walking, even just 20 to 30 minutes a day, strengthens your heart, keeps your blood sugar in check, and boosts your immune system. It sharpens your mind, lifts your mood, and even slows the aging process on a cellular level. And perhaps most importantly, it helps you keep your independence. The simple power to get up and go wherever you want, whenever you choose. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But purposeful walking isn't about power walking until you're breathless, nor is it about racking up thousands of steps on a fitness tracker. Instead, it's about treating your daily walk as a gift you give yourself, an act of self-care and pride. It means standing tall, rolling your shoulders back, breathing deeply, and moving with intention. It's about feeling every step, noticing the way your feet connect with the ground, and swinging your arms with just a bit more energy. You might set a destination, a park bench, a neighbor's house, or simply the big oak tree 2 blocks away. Or you might walk in a loop, paying attention to the flowers blooming in the front yard or the changing light in the afternoon sky. If that sounds a bit lofty or difficult, let's break it down even more simply. Next time you head out for a walk, take a moment to check your posture. Imagine a string gently pulling you up from the top of your head, lengthening your spine. Let your shoulders relax and draw a slow, deep breath. As you begin, try to walk at a pace that feels a little brisker than usual. Not rushing, just a notch above your normal stroll. Swing your arms comfortably, and let your eyes look forward, not down at your feet. Challenge yourself to walk with a purpose, as if you're heading somewhere important, even if that somewhere is simply back to your front porch. Now, let me share with you a real story, a story that's close to my heart. There's a gentleman in my community named Frank. Frank is 79 years old, a retired postal worker who used to spend his days walking miles on his delivery route. After he retired, his days slowed down. He'd stroll to the mailbox, maybe walk his dog, but mostly, he took it easy. Over time, Frank began to notice his balance wasn't as steady, and getting out of his favorite chair felt tougher than it should. His daughter worried he might be losing his strength, or worse, his confidence. One spring morning, after a particularly rough winter, Frank decided to try something different. Instead of a slow wander, he set out each morning with a goal: to walk to the park 2 blocks away and back, every day, rain or shine. At first, it was hard. His legs ached, and he had to rest halfway. But Frank kept at it, little by little. He focused on standing tall and walking with purpose, just like he had on his mail route years before. Within a few weeks, he noticed he was walking faster, standing straighter, and feeling more energized. Neighbors waved, and his dog seemed happier, too. Even his doctor commented on how much younger he looked. Frank's story isn't unique. Across the country, men and women just like him are rediscovering the power of walking. Not as a chore, but as a celebration of what their bodies can still do. The science supports their experience, but perhaps more importantly, so do their smiles and their renewed sense of freedom. If you're watching this and thinking, "I'm not sure I can do that," remember, you don't have to go far or fast to see the benefits. Start where you are. Walk to the corner and back. Aim for 5 more minutes each week. Find a friend to join you or make your daily walk a time for quiet reflection, prayer, or simply listening to the birds. The important thing is to reclaim walking as a purposeful, joyful part of your day. Not just something to check off a list, but a gift you give yourself and your future. Every step you take with intention is a step towards strength, confidence, and a younger feeling. So tomorrow morning, when you slip on your shoes, don't just walk, walk with purpose. Let your heart lead, let your body move, and let your spirit soar. You deserve to feel the freedom and joy that comes from moving forward, one purposeful step at a time. 5. Eat colorful, whole foods. Eating colorful, whole foods is one of those habits that sound simple but can truly transform how you look and feel every day. Maybe you've noticed that your meals have become routine. Canned soups, white bread, maybe a few frozen dinners here and there. things that are easy and familiar. You might think that at your age, diet changes don't matter much anymore, or that a little indulgence here and there won't make a difference. After all, you've gotten this far, haven't you? But here's the truth many people overlook. What you eat has a direct impact on your energy, your skin, your brain, and even your mood. Have you ever asked yourself why some seniors seem to glow with vitality, their skin vibrant, their minds sharp, and their bodies strong? The answer often lies on their plates. Eating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and lean proteins isn't just about nutrition. It's about giving your body the natural tools it needs to repair, protect, and renew itself every day. These foods are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that fight inflammation and slow down the aging process at the cellular level. Science shows that antioxidants found in brightly colored foods like berries, leafy greens, sweet potatoes, and bell peppers help protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals, those pesky molecules that contribute to wrinkles, memory loss, and chronic diseases. Fiber from whole grains and legumes supports digestion and heart health, while healthy fats from nuts and fish nourish your brain and skin. It's like feeding your body the rainbow it craves. If you're wondering how to start, think of your plate as a canvas. Aim to fill half of it with colorful fruits and vegetables each day. Try swapping out white bread for whole grain options or adding a handful of nuts or seeds as a snack. Don't worry about perfection. Small changes count. Maybe start by adding a bright orange carrot or some fresh spinach to your meals, or replacing sugary desserts with fresh fruit. Let me tell you about Helen, a 72-year-old woman from my neighborhood. She used to struggle with low energy and dry skin, and she often felt foggy-headed by afternoon. After chatting with her doctor and doing some simple research, Helen decided to make a few changes. She started adding berries to her breakfast, eating salads with colorful veggies for lunch, and choosing salmon or walnuts as snacks. Within a few weeks, she noticed her skin looked brighter, her mind clearer, and she had more energy to enjoy her daily walks and hobbies. The journey to eating colorful, whole foods isn't about dieting. It's about nourishing yourself with kindness and care. Each vibrant bite you take is a step toward feeling more alive and looking radiant. Remember, it's never too late to add a little color to your plate and your life. Your body will thank you for it, and you'll find yourself enjoying the simple pleasure of good food that heals and rejuvenates. So, why not start today? Choose one new colorful food to try or add, and watch how it brightens not just your meals but your whole day. 6. Stay socially connected. How many afternoons have you found yourself sitting quietly in your favorite chair, listening to the soft hum of the television, or watching the world go by outside your window? Maybe you remember the days when the house was alive with noise, children running, phones ringing, friends stopping by just to say hello. But over the years, as family moves away and friends become fewer, life can grow quieter. It's easy to tell yourself that solitude is just part of growing older, something everyone has to accept. But have you ever stopped and wondered if things could be different? Have you asked yourself, what if staying connected to others isn't just a luxury, but a vital part of staying young in spirit, body, and mind? For many people, the idea of building or keeping friendships as an older adult can seem daunting, even unnecessary. Yet, science tells a different story. One that says the relationships you nurture can be as important to your health as the food you eat or the sleep you get each night. Research from places like Harvard and the National Institute on Aging has revealed something remarkable. Older adults who maintain active social lives, who call friends, join clubs, attend church or community gatherings, or simply chat with neighbors, are not only happier but live longer, healthier lives. Social connection helps protect against memory loss, depression, high blood pressure, and even chronic illnesses. It turns out that laughter over a cup of coffee, a warm hug from a grandchild, or a friendly conversation in the park are all acts of medicine for the heart and mind. Why is this? When you interact with others, your brain releases chemicals that reduce stress, boost your immune system, and strengthen your ability to cope with life's ups and downs. Connections keep your mind engaged, give you a sense of purpose, and remind you that you belong to something bigger than yourself. On the other hand, isolation, no matter how stoically you bear it, can quietly sap your energy, cloud your thinking, and even shorten your life. But what if you feel out of practice? Maybe your best friend has moved away, or you've lost touch with former colleagues. Maybe the idea of joining a new group feels intimidating, or you worry you won't fit in. It's perfectly natural to feel hesitant. But staying socially connected doesn't have to mean big parties or busy calendars. It starts with one phone call, one letter, one small hello at the mailbox. Let's make it simple. If you're not sure where to begin, think about the people who have brought you joy in the past. Old friends, cousins, neighbors. Pick up the phone and call just one of them, even if it's been years. Send a card to a grandchild or a photo to a sibling. If you enjoy reading, look for a local book club or an online group where you can share your thoughts. Many senior centers offer classes, group walks, or coffee mornings designed for people just like you. Even a regular chat with the cashier at your grocery store can lift your spirits and brighten your day. Let me share with you the story of James, a retired carpenter from Minnesota. After his wife passed away, James spent months rarely leaving his house, convinced that keeping to himself was just easier. But over time, he felt his world shrink, his sleep suffered, his memory dulled, and he lost interest in his favorite hobbies. At his daughter's encouragement, James began volunteering once a week at the local library, repairing shelves and chatting with visitors. At first, he was nervous and kept mostly to himself. But slowly, he started making friends, sharing stories, and laughing again. That simple act of connection brought color back to his days. James said, "I used to think I didn't need anyone. Now I realize, people are what keep me going." The best part? Social connections aren't just for extroverts or those with big families. Even brief moments of interaction, a smile, a handshake, a quick chat about the weather, can work wonders for your well-being. And in this digital age, staying connected can be as easy as joining a Facebook group, exchanging emails, or having a video call with loved ones far away. You might wonder, does it matter if I spend most of my days alone? I've always been independent. Independence is a gift, but so is connection. Your stories, your laughter, and your wisdom are gifts to those around you. When you share them, you not only enrich someone else's life, you also renew your sense of joy and belonging. So, if you're sitting there, feeling hesitant or unsure, let this be your gentle nudge. Reach out, even if just a little. Say yes to coffee with a neighbor, join the local walking group, or simply wave at someone you pass on your next walk. Start small, but start today. Every connection you make is a thread that weaves together a stronger, more vibrant life. Staying socially connected is not just a habit. It's a celebration of who you are and all you have to offer. You are not meant to journey through life alone. Your presence, your kindness, and your smile matter, perhaps now more than ever. So pick up the phone, send a message, or join a new group. The world is full of people waiting to meet someone just like you. Remember, it's never too late to build a bridge, rekindle an old friendship, or make a new friend. In doing so, you give yourself the gift of a longer, happier, and more colorful life. Stay connected, and let others bring light into your days, just as you bring light into theirs. 7. Go to bed with gratitude. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As the day winds down and the quiet of night settles in, many seniors find themselves lying awake, thoughts swirling through their minds, worries about health, family, or the little mistakes of the day. Perhaps you felt that too, the restlessness that comes just as you're ready to sleep, or the way your mind fixates on what's missing, what's lost, or what might go wrong tomorrow. It's a feeling many older adults know all too well, and often, it becomes part of the nightly routine, like an uninvited companion. But what if this didn't have to be your story? What if, instead of drifting to sleep with anxiety or regrets, you could gently close your eyes wrapped in a warm blanket of gratitude? You might wonder, can such a simple shift make a difference? The answer is a heartfelt yes, and science agrees. Gratitude is much more than just a polite, thank you. It's a powerful emotional practice that has been shown to reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and even boost your immune system. Studies from universities like UC Berkeley and Yale have found that people who regularly focus on things they're thankful for experience deeper, more restful sleep and wake up feeling more energized and positive. For seniors especially, cultivating gratitude can calm the mind, ease aches caused by tension, and bring a peaceful end to the day. The reason is simple. Gratitude rewires your brain. When you focus on what's good in your life, no matter how small, your brain releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These natural mood lifters counteract stress hormones and promote relaxation, helping your body prepare for restful sleep. Instead of lying awake worrying, your heart and mind find calm. And this calmness doesn't just improve your nights. It spills into your days, making you more resilient, happier, and more connected to the people and moments you cherish. So how can you invite gratitude into your nightly routine without it feeling like a chore? Start small. Before you close your eyes tonight, take a slow, deep breath and think of 3 things, big or small, that you're grateful for. Maybe it's the warm sunlight that poured through your window, the taste of your morning coffee, or the sound of a loved one's laughter. It doesn't have to be grand or profound. Even the simplest blessings count. Try writing them down in a journal if that feels right, or just hold them gently in your mind as you relax. Let me share a story about Mary, a 76-year-old retired teacher. Mary struggled with restless nights and often felt weighed down by worries about her health and her grown children living far away. One day, her granddaughter gave her a small gratitude journal as a gift. Skeptical at first, Mary decided to try writing 3 things she was thankful for each night. Over the next few weeks, she noticed a shift. She began sleeping more soundly, waking up with a lighter heart, and feeling more at peace during the day. Mary told me, "It's like my mind stopped racing and finally allowed me to rest." The beauty of this habit is that it requires no special equipment, no expensive products, just a willing heart. You don't need to force yourself to be grateful for everything. Instead, gently seek the good in your day, in yourself, and those around you. As you practice, gratitude becomes a comforting ritual that signals to your body it's time to relax and heal. If you ever find your mind wandering to worries or fears as you lie down, gently guide your thoughts back to gratitude. Picture a moment of kindness you experienced, a place that brings you peace, or something simple that made you smile. Let that feeling fill you up as you breathe slowly and deeply. With each breath, imagine your body releasing tension and welcoming calm. Remember, going to bed with gratitude isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the light amid the shadows, a choice that can transform your nights and, ultimately, your life. So tonight, before you close your eyes, pause and invite gratitude in. Thank your body for carrying you through the day, your mind for holding your memories, and your heart for loving and being loved. Let this warm feeling lull you gently into a restful sleep. You deserve peaceful nights and joyful mornings. By embracing gratitude, you take a powerful step toward feeling younger in spirit and calmer in body. It's a simple habit, but one that can brighten your days and soothe your nights. A true gift you can give yourself every single evening. Start tonight. Find your 3 blessings. Breathe deeply. And drift into sleep wrapped in the gentle arms of gratitude. Your tomorrow will thank you. As we come to the end of today's journey, remember that looking and feeling 10 years younger isn't about chasing miracles or making huge changes overnight. It's about embracing simple, meaningful habits that nurture your body, mind, and spirit every day. From walking with purpose and filling your plate with colorful, whole foods, to staying connected with others and ending each day with gratitude, these small steps add up to powerful transformations. You've heard stories of real people just like you who found renewed strength, sharper minds, and brighter spirits by making these choices. And the best part? You can start right now, wherever you are. It doesn't matter if today is your first day or one of many. You're never too old to choose health, happiness, and joy. I invite you to take a moment and think about which habit resonated most with you. Which one feels like the perfect place to begin your journey to feeling younger and more vibrant? Share it with us in the comments below. Hearing your story might inspire someone else, and together, we can build a community that supports and uplifts each other. If this video brought you hope or practical ideas, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends or family who might benefit, and subscribe so you won't miss the next steps on this path to healthier aging. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, every step you take towards caring for yourself is a step towards a fuller, richer life. Here's to your health, your happiness, and the beautiful years ahead. Keep shining, keep smiling, and keep moving forward. You deserve it.